Beyond the confines of memories, transcending the limits of space and the barriers that bind us, there lies a darkness, a realm known only to a select few who have been unfortunate enough to glimpse its depths. As day bled into night, my perception of time became unmoored. I could no longer differentiate between the comforting embrace of daylight and the oppressive shroud of night. The passage of hours and minutes lost all meaning, slipping through my fingers like grains of sand. In the quiet solitude of my room, I lay awake, enveloped in tears and confusion, uncertain of what course to take. I felt adrift in a world that felt entirely my own, a place so foreign that no one else could ever hope to understand my plight. At such a tender age, I was weighed down by a profound and dark presence in my life, a shadow from which I believed I could never break free. The memories I had of happier times seemed to elude me. I had missed so many moments that the recollections of joy had faded into obscurity. The fragments of my past were like a jigsaw puzzle with pieces that refused to fit together. Reality often felt surreal, and I would find myself muttering, "There's no way that could have happened." But deep down I knew it was true. I yearned for understanding, for a kindred spirit to acknowledge the turmoil brewing within me. Yet the fear of being labeled mad kept me silent. Every night the thought of sleep filled me with dread. I was acutely aware that I was not alone. A presence lingered in the doorway, silently observing me. An evil force lurked within the shadows, something I could never sense became increasingly apparent as time passed. Behind the walls and through the doorways, hidden far deeper in the darkness, lies a truth. No one can truly know another's struggles until they have walked a mile in their shoes. My name, as fragile as a wisp of smoke, had become synonymous with unending suffering inflicted by an unseen tormentor. I had unwittingly become a victim of terrorism, trapped in a perpetual state of fear, acutely aware that any moment could be my last. With each day that passed, the walls of my existence seemed to constrict around me, as an insidious force of torment and horror transformed my life into a waking nightmare. On a moonless night, an eerie glow blanketed the abandoned street, its silence disturbed only by the distant cry of an owl. Shadows twisted and danced menacingly along the cracked pavement, offering fleeting glimpses of a world shrouded in darkness. It was within this foreboding realm that I found myself, a young soul ensnared by unspeakable terrors. My mother had sent me to reside at my grandparents' house while she dealt with her own challenges. Little did I realize that the very family I once held dear would become the harbinger of my greatest fears. Once full of life and spirit, I now felt utterly shattered, like a mirror reflecting the horrifying mysteries of my unseen tormentor. Pale as the moon's glow, with eyes that appeared sunken and hollow, I had become a mere spectre haunting my own existence. Each day I navigated through shadows, silently praying for a reprieve from this living hell. The nightmares began after that fateful night, the night my world fractured into countless shards. "Why should I place my trust in you?" I demanded, my voice quivering yet resolute. The figure stepped closer, their form cloaked in darkness like a protective shroud. "Because, my dear Aurora, I truly understand your pain. Your suffering feeds my hunger." A chill coursed through me at those cryptic words. Who was this enigmatic presence, and what was their true purpose? I found myself torn between an overwhelming desire for assistance and an instinctual awareness of the danger radiating from them. Sensing my inner conflict, the figure reached out, their slender, pale hand extending from the depths of darkness. "Trust me, and together we shall engage in a little game. But be forewarned, my dear Aurora, for the path we traverse is darker than your worst nightmares." My heart raced within my chest, a tumultuous mix of anticipation and dread. I weighed the enticing promise of retribution against the unknown cost that might accompany it. In that pivotal moment, I made a choice that would irrevocably alter the trajectory of my life. "Very well," I whispered, my voice barely above a murmur. "I place my trust in you. But proceed with caution, for I have already endured so much loss." With those words, I surrendered myself to the abyss, intertwining my fate with a darkness that threatened to engulf my very soul. Little did I know what unspeakable horrors awaited me in the shadows or the sacrifices that would be demanded of me along this treacherous path. One evening as I trudged homeward, a voice emerged from the depths of darkness calling softly, "Aurora!" The sound caused my heart to skip a beat. I froze, my eyes darting through the inky blackness. "Who's there?" I stammered, my voice quaking with a blend of fear and tentative hope. "It is I, a friend," came the reply, though the source remained shrouded in mystery. Cautiously, I inched closer to the voice, my heart racing in my chest. "Who are you? What do you want from me?" The voice let out a chilling chuckle, sending shivers racing down my spine. "I seek to help you, dear Aurora, to liberate you from the torment that shadows your every step." My breath hitched in my throat. Could this be someone familiar? I hesitated, weighing my choices carefully. "Show yourself," I demanded, summoning every ounce of courage I had left. From the depths of darkness, a figure emerged, cloaked in a fabric as black as the void itself. I strained to glimpse their face, but it remained concealed beneath the hood. "I can offer you protection," the mysterious figure whispered, their voice tinged with both sympathy and a hint of malice. "But first, you must trust me." My mind swirled with uncertainty and apprehension. Was this merely another cruel trick, or could this stranger genuinely be my salvation? I longed for liberation from the nightmare that had consumed my life for far too long. My nightmare would continue,